Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Gina and I have your Bible story for this week. We have a special Bible story. It's one of my favorites when I was growing up. It's about three brave men. So here's the picture. And there's three men and they have really funny names. They are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Can you say that? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So the story goes like this. God's people were captured a long time ago and they were taken away to a country named Babylon. The king of that country was Nebuchadnezzar. That's another funny name, isn't it? Can you say King Nebuchadnezzar? Okay, so King Nebuchadnezzar had made a rule. Three of these young men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, worked for King Nebuchadnezzar, but they worshiped God. They loved God, and King Nebuchadnezzar did not. And the king's followers tricked him into making a rule that said everybody must bow down and worship the king. But Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego loved God, and they vowed to only worship God. When the king wanted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to bow down and worship the golden idol and to worship him, they wouldn't do it because they loved God so much. They said, we're not going to do it. So the king told his soldiers to put all three men into a red-hot furnace. Can you see that? Have any of you ever touched anything that was really hot and maybe burned your finger or burned your hand or maybe your foot and it hurt real bad? Or you stepped too close to a fire and maybe it singed your hand or something? Well, this was so hot that they would have burned right up. And so the king told his soldiers to throw them into the fiery furnace. God was pleased that these young men loved him so much that they would not worship the king's idol. What do you think happened next? Let's see. So they got thrown into the fiery furnace. Well, guess what? The men in the furnace didn't burn up. God sent someone to protect them in the furnace. You can see there's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but there's a fourth person. And you know who that person was? It was Jesus. God sent Jesus to step into the fiery furnace and protect these men from getting burned up. The king was surprised when he saw 4 people instead of 3 walking around. He told Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to come out of the furnace. And when they came out of the furnace, they didn't even smell like smoke. So the king made a new rule, and here he is reading his new rule. It said that no one could say anything bad about the God of these men. God had promised to be with them, and he promised to be with us no matter what happens to us. So you can remember this from this story. No matter what happens to you, if anything bad happens to you or good happens to you, God is there and he will always be with you because he loves you. All right, I'll see you the next time. Bye.